14-minute video there, and I thought it was pretty cool. It's a pretty good one. But what I forgot to actually do was say the thing I was thinking about. So we have Father, Son, Holy Spirit, Christianity, so that we worship this Jesus guy, the Son. But that Son right there, we totally forgot all about. So this Jesus is like the, COVID. It's just kind of like around, maybe, if you believe in it. But and now they gave us a fake son to worship. Okay, so it's not money that you should be worshiping, it's Jesus. Okay, but that is the fake son, because the son is spelled with a U, right? That's something to worship. I'm looking at my phone instead of the sun. Yeah, that's something to worship right there. What an amazing, amazing ball of life and love. And oh my God. Thank you. Thank you for healing. Thank you for loving. And then we put sunscreen on instead. Not too sure what that's about. Slip, slop, slap. Don't have the sun touch you, buddy. What if the kids grew up with sun? Reasonable exposure. Timed it, and then you got, dark skinned. Did you know that they were killing people just because they were dark skinned? Oh, they got the most sun. Just make sure we get those out of there. They'd evolved to such a loving, empathetic level. They just had so much peace and love in their heart. They were just capable of building pyramids and shit like that. They had so much sun exposure. And the white European, the vampires, right? They're all, this whiteness is an indoorness, right? It's a non-sun. And so they systemically took out all of the dark-skinned people. If you were black, but you were kind of like Obama black, you're allowed to stay alive. But the black people are in prisons, or worse. It's a whitewashing. So, I don't know. I thought I was European. They called me European as a kid, but now I'm thinking I might be part of the Golden Horde. I might be Asian descent, Grand Tartaria. It came over here, right? There's some buildings, like the Philadelphia Town Hall. That's not something you build with Canadian industry. US is only 200 years old or whatever, 1776. There's a whole bunch of really, really nice buildings registered in 1778 and 1780. Like really nice buildings. They made some fucking sick buildings in a year or two, So they not only are you not thinking about, you're supposed to hide from the sun and worship the other son, the father's son, the father, worship the father, but not this father, that father that you don't believe in. And then you forget about your own Holy Spirit. Now, is there a hole in the Spirit? Has it been filled full of holes, or is it a big, deep, unlimited hole? Like, what kind of a hole are we talking about? Hole as in everything. I want another smoke, but I have to stay busy, and I needed to send this email because it's really important. Get some sun. If you got to take a 20-minute break at work to go out there, if you got to quit your job that's indoors and just gives you a whole bunch of taxes to pay and fees and membership dues and stuff, and then whatever you get to take home barely covers your car payments and insurance and rent and power bill, then you know that you can't get out of it. You know the more money you make, the bigger your credit card bill gets, right? Your line of credits are out the roof. Your mortgages, let's say they're not actually something you can get out of. With interest rates are going up. They change the terms. You can't lock in for 25 years. They keep changing the terms. It's a rat race, and it took a lot of bravery and psychedelics, a little bit of mushrooms, a little bit of LSD, to be like, you know what? Instead of going to work for somebody else's dream, and there's nothing wrong with making the world a better place, I went to work on making my situation better, and then they impounded it. And it's because of public safety. Public safety. What's safe about this? When you know that kids can get abducted right out of the schools. You go into the school, they go in, these people, this business, this ministry of Canada, goes into these classes. It's not teachers that have gone to teaching school. I don't know if they have background checks done on them. And they go into the classes, they take out special VIP students. They're, oh, you're the VIP, come on out here, VIP. And they teach them how to be bossy, You stand in that circle. And then their friends have to stand in the circle. And so the kid gets a sense of control and safety. Oh, they can't reach me from here. But their friends were compliant. They were getting along to go along playing the game. So the kid has a fake sense of authority. Hey, did you know you can tell your friends to go stand in a circle? So they learn by rote that they can just, you stand in that circle. And then the kid stands in the circle. And you go, look how powerful I am. That's not what power is, right? And it's controlling, and it's abusive, and it's mean-spirited, and it's fear-based, right? So instead of being outside playing and laughing and running and throwing stones, even on recess I get in trouble for throwing rocks. That's not fair. That's not fair. With redesign how we do school, family law is a criminal organization. I'm gonna get in so much trouble for saying that. Yeah, if you're trying to go to this is what I was thinking. I'm going to a specific judge. I know who the judge is. Therefore, he has had made a lot of decisions. I'll figure out his pattern and see what were some of the evidences, like what were some of the facts of other cases. Based on those facts, what was his decision? He must have a pattern. I can figure that out. I've done statistics. I know how to do pattern recognition. I know how to do fact-based finding. I'll look at his cases. I'll see what his pattern is, and then I'll tailor my case to look exactly like this pattern. And then the probability of me getting an overnight, one single night where I actually like have her fall asleep in my arms. One night of my daughter falling asleep in my arms. That's what I have been. I never once, except for when during the day she's exhausted from not being allowed to sleep the night before. Right? Not the same. That's what I'm looking for. So I said I'll get this pattern, and then I'll sell that exactly. Because your man's not a fucking dummy, right? So I go and I look, and the only things I see on this guy are complaints from other fathers, other people saying, hey, I don't know about this guy. I don't think he's doing it right. And they name names. There's like 80 names. And then that guy got punished and fined for even complaining. Those people, actually. So then I go down to the court office and the registry, and I said, where are all the cases? Like when I'm looking for case law and case studies, I need to see the name. Like I don't need the first and last names and addresses, but I need the name. I need the other judicial reports, right? So I'm looking for Judge Seacott's like other decisions. Because I can't give you that. That's privacy. I said, yeah, well, you redact the personal information from the families. What do you mean? Oh, so it's the judge's privacy. The judge gets to make the decisions in private. He said, it's clear that this kid loves her father. You can't withhold the parenting time. I can ban him from driving with her. I can ban him from taking her to their home or even taking videos of her. But what I won't do is withhold the parenting time. She'll have time with her father on July the 19th in Caslow. The problem with that is, other than all of those laws being broken about being able to drive with my own daughter without proven facts against why that's... I took a picture of my daughter while driving, and they said that was so dangerous I had to take the kid away. No, it's a fine. If something is punishable with a fine, then it's legal for a price. They took the child away because I took a picture of her. No, I was driving and I had the phone up on a mount, and I was driving and talking with my daughter, just like I was talking with her in a mirror. So you were talking with your daughter while you were driving while she was having a breakdown. She was upset. She names child abuse. She explains it and describes it. They said he put a video on the internet explaining child abuse. I mean, I will ban him from putting videos on the internet of his daughter. So anyway, I have to see my kid in town. It's a baseball tournament. There's hundreds, thousands of people. There's not a single corner that I could be in town without my daughter and another person. The entire experience would be in plain sight for everybody to see. So better than to give me the parenting time that was asked and answered Wednesday. Can we take the kid away from the dad? No, Wednesday. Friday, we acknowledge, we understand there's definitely parenting time. You better not drive with her. You better not take her video. Saturday, we're not giving you the kid. Too bad, so sad. I'm not giving you the kid. So they know that they asked the question, can I take the kid away? They did it anyway, and then he said, no, you can't do that. They did it anyway. That's why it's child abduction. That's why it is. It's all the rest of it. It's all kinds of other things, but that's child abduction. Not some stupid definition that's you must give, and but it's over 200 counts. It's over 200, and that's not the 7,000 days. That's not the 7 years. At 300 days. It's over 1,000 nights of not putting my daughter to bed, of her hearing somebody else say, "You get to your fucking room and go to sleep now." I don't know what they're saying. I'm not there. I'm her father. She lost her entire childhood with her loving father. There's no way, and you can't put, oh, well, maybe there's no reason. No, there is a reason. It's systemic child abduction. Worship the sun. It's fucking amazing. You wouldn't be here without it. Go outside and get some sun on your skin at least. If you can't do it in your eyes, try in the morning, right, bright early. Right as it's cresting the mountain or going over the ridge, it comes in a really clean line, and it's safe. You can do it for as long as you want. You will go blind, but then you will be, and you won't notice a difference immediately, but you'll know where it's coming from. Belly button is the next best spot, and then there's 2 other spots that I won't tell you about. You can belly button. Maybe your armpits, your neck is really good, right? Top of your head, maybe. I don't know about the top of your head. It's a long video. Worship the sun. G is us, Jesus. It's like good morning. How good is the enemy of great? And morning is what you do at awake. So when you wake up, you mourn. Fuck, I'm here again. There's a lot of fucking men doing that today. There's a lot of fucking men waking up saying, fuck, I'm here again. A lot. And I'm speaking for them as well. And the mothers are going to work right now instead of loving their kid. They're off doing something, but it's not caring with their child. The kid's overwhelming. It's too much because the dad's not around. If he's not doing it the way you want, that's the reason why kids have 2 parents. Because we do it different. Moms can't dad. They can't dad. It's not possible. I couldn't mom. Oh yeah, I'm a great mom. How stupid does that sound? Right? We're different on purpose, and that's worthy of praise. It's worthy of talking about and celebrating. So thank you, moms. We're keeping the dads in the round. Even, right? Dads need kids. They're not dads. They're single men. They're hopeless, aimless single men. That's not the same as a father. Kids need support. That means both parents need to be resourced, right? Because the stuff I can give my daughter, there's no way money can buy that. How much is a box of Shreddies and 0% skim milk? And how much is a raw organic carrots and mint tea right out of the garden? You know? It's not the money, it's the quality. We gotta go.